What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 52. Let's fucking go. It's really funny because like the other day I was thinking about it. I'm just like, how long do I keep doing the like? Is it episode 2? Is that you know what I mean? Like, and then I was thinking of just like doing it until one of you guys actually gave me an answer on if like I should say 52 or 2. You know what I mean?
Jimmy, I would have never given you an answer eventually. I would have just been like, shut the fuck up and get on with it.
Yeah.
Like, I
That's
would not
exactly
have
what
been
would
like,
have
The
happened.
answer is, I definitely would have cursed at you eventually, and that would have ended it.
I know.
Jimmy, shut the fuck up.
I know. That's why I wasn't going to do it. But then as I started to do the intro, it reminded me of that thought. I was like, oh, I have to bring this up. But either way, episode 52, let's fucking go. This is not going to be the normal episode. We do not have much going on at all. The only MMA event this weekend is LFA that we got?
Sure.
Invicta, LFA, and I think Cage Warriors on Saturday as well.
Okay. Yeah, so all small time stuff that most of the time we'll usually watch, hang out on stream for, but we ain't gonna be talking about it to you guys, you know. There ain't shit worth about it.
I was about to say, for us to try and talk about it, like, we would have to do, we'd actually have to learn a lot about a lot of people, probably, and a lot of people
we
are
don't know none of
probably...
them. Most people don't know none of them. It's just... Yeah.
I know that Conor McGregor was featherweight, lightweight champion in Cage Warriors, also didn't defend either of those titles.
Wow.
This man is allergic to title defenses.
Cage Warrior facts, let's go. Where's that Conor McGregor facts? Either way,
Wasn't Patty also
I think
Cage
so.
Warriors champ?
I don't think it's simultaneous though.
I think it I think it was just 145 or it was 155. I don't remember.
Either way. Though the biggest shit going on this weekend, the biggest fights
Good point.
is some boxing. That's not our usual jam, you know. We'll talk about some boxing here and there. We'll talk about some Jake Paul, throw it in the title for some extra clicks on the video, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're creating content out here. But Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou. We've known about this for a while.
It's finally here.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It was brought up, like, first podcast wasn't even this was brought up. It was, who is Francis gonna fight in boxing? We were talking Deontay Wilder way back then.
Shit, when we first started, we were talking, what is Francis doing, period?
Yeah, he didn't have a
Period.
PFL contract. He had
Like,
absolutely
that's the thing.
nothing.
It was like, it's insane, like how we, by the end of the year, we're kind of coming full circle on everything. The only thing we aren't is Chandler Connor.
No, fuck him.
The one thing that was supposed to be guaranteed.
It's okay. Another 365 days, Ginger. We'll be there. Let's fucking go. But not yet.
I just find it funny.
I mean, getting into full circles of things, talking about our first topic. Jones is in, and now he's out.
Yeah. So we're not gonna start with the boxing. We got to start with obviously the fucking big breaking news that happened last night.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
So I kind of had a little bit of mixed feelings about this as soon as it was announced. So John Jones tore his fucking pectoral tendon.
Off the bone.
Huh? Yeah, right off the bone. This dude is fucked. I don't know. They're saying like 8-month recovery. He's fucking damn near 37 or 37 already. Like I don't know if 8 months is gonna be like the turnaround that he's able to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially considering, like, that's 8 months if everything goes right, because they have to do a bunch of shit. If it rejects it, if he re-injures it, like, this could, like, legitimately just be the end of John Jones's career.
Nah, he'll do a fuck ton of steroids. He'll recover quickly.
Well, no, that's the problem, though. Anabolic steroids cause ligaments to not be as strong, which causes them to break off the bone.
Well, it's also
not
even that, but it's like you can like just get so muscular too that because it's like you'll grow more muscle and stuff, but your tendons, ligaments, all that don't increase in strength proportionally. Yes. So it's like with doing a lot of weights and stuff, bodybuilders tear their shit a whole lot. Yep. So that's already another like little thing going out there. I knew
that when it came down to like joints, ligaments, tendons, and like the way that they don't grow the same as muscles do. I don't know why I never put it together with steroids.
Yeah.
Like once you said it, I'm like, duh, but yeah, just never put it together. Interesting.
Yeah,
Which-
like you can just gain too much muscle
No,
for your
yeah,
body to handle. Like,
For sure. But yeah, damn,
Which, I mean,
so Jones is fucked then.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, wrestling, like, if you're going to tear a ligament off a bone, it's going to be in wrestling. Like, that's what you're going to do.
yeah, because
I will say this also. I feel bad for. So there's a game developer who's also named John Jones, who before John Jones got on Twitter has the tag at John Jones, spelled exactly the same. I feel bad for his notifications anytime John Jones does anything, because he
If
just
he was a
starts
smart
getting.
man, he would have changed that a long time ago.
But at this point he's in on the bit.
That's
he just
awesome.
shit talks. He just kind of like not shit talks, but jokes with people. Like,
yeah, that's funny.
hey, I've never pulled out of any fight.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
that's so good.
But
yeah.
he's a good sport about it. I do like that about him. It's just like, damn, like, you gotta imagine your phone's like blowing up all of a sudden. You're just like, what did John do now?
just oh, it's that time of the year again.
Exactly.
But yeah, so the thing that, because we've been talking about it, him versus Stipe, like, yeah, it's cool for them. It's like for their story, their legacy, all that. But it's just holding up the division. It means nothing for the future of the division.
I hated it as a championship bout.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made no sense in any regard whatsoever.
Right, because you have Jones talking about he doesn't want to fight the contenders. He just wants bigger fights, which it's like, why be the champ then? Because your job is to fight the contenders.
Yeah.
That is what you do as the champion. And then Stipe, win or lose, he said this is his last fight and he's retiring. So it's like you have one person who's not willing to fight the contenders and the other person who's retiring even if he won. So it's like, what's the fucking point? I don't know. I hated it as a championship bout.
No, same.
I know you said you have mixed feelings. I'm so happy about this.
So the reason why I have mixed feelings is because now it's like, because you threw it in here, Ginger. They're gonna look to do that. They're gonna look to rebook it in 2024. So it's just like. So obviously, with that, we get Tom and Sergey for the interim title, new co-main event. The original co-main event gets bumped up to the main event. But so I'm just like, is this just gonna stall shit out at the top of the division even longer? You know what I mean?
I feel like with them doing the interim, it shouldn't stall it out, because if they're looking to go back and do Jones, Stipe, same results, where it's like Jones still doesn't want to fight the people and Stipe's still gonna retire. So with that, it's like, if we now have a interim champion, the next fight is gonna be to unify that title. If Jones doesn't want to do it, he's probably just gonna relinquish it.
I guarantee you what's going to end up happening, because Jones, I think, only wants to fight Stipe. Then he has the claim, I beat the best heavyweight champion we've ever had. I'm retired as the GOAT. And then it's just like, I don't care.
Like, I honestly feel like this happening with the interim probably helps it to flow more rather than stop it up.
Yeah.
That's true, because then it's not like we have to wait on a vacant title bout. Like, afterwards,
Exactly.
they can just get promoted. That's fair.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like this is basically just going to be the Bisping, Whitaker, GSP thing.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
So I'm cool with it. I love this. I'm so happy about this.
Yeah, because this is the fight that this is the championship fight right here.
These are the undisputed title.
Right,
Basically.
we didn't even say who, but fucking Tommy Aspinall and Sergey. I know everyone knows, but
Sergey Pavlovich, yep.
Bro, like
that is the fight.
Like, because, John Jones, like, obviously he's still here, so, like, technically in the division, but it's like, you pull him out of the division, these are the two best guys there. You know what I mean? By far, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, these two are, like, the future of the division.
Yeah.
Like, that's the big thing. So, like, this is essentially, like, we've been saying, like, more than likely, like, they're gonna get promoted, so in my head, this is just for the undisputed title. Like,
yeah, that's kind of
fuck all that other bullshit.
Like, that's why I like that they did this, because now it's like, it doesn't even matter that they have at the top the Jones and Stipe, because like I said, this shit is still moving. They have the interim title going. It's either going to get unified or they're just going to get promoted up. Things are going to keep flowing, and we have our champion, either Tom or Sergey. And that's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably Sergey.
The only part about this whole thing that I have mixed feelings about is Tom and Sergey both coming in on short notice for each other.
So
Sergey was the backup.
Yeah.
So he probably had a full camp, but that's kind of my thing, is essentially Tom's taking this on short notice, but Sergey also wasn't preparing for a Tom Aspinall.
I mean, to be fair, though, if you're Sergey and you're thinking, okay,
I can't hear y'all.
What the hell? We're back.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, Ginger's headphones exploded inside of his ear.
And he lost the battle to headphones.
Yeah. It was a fun one for sure.
Yeah, it was really tragic. R.I.P.
But as we was saying, what were we saying, Kate?
Tom Aspinall and Sergey coming in short notice.
Yeah. Because, yeah, obviously Sergey was the backup for, Jones and Stipe, which it's also, like, it's just funny thing about now. It's like neither one of them were ever going to fight Sergey if the other one pulled out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was literally Tom Aspinall said on Arrow Helwani's show that the UFC told him that, yes, Stipe only wants to fight Jones.
And Jones only wants to fight Stipe.
Yep. Yeah,
it makes sense.
Like literally, he's like, I just want big fights. It's like, motherfucker, there's only like you and Stipe, and even then, like that, I don't get how I've not understood this hype for this fight at all. I would have been more hyped for Jones versus Sergey, Aspinall, half the fights in the fucking division over.
But it's alright because it's not what we're getting.
Yeah, it's just the most casual of selling points. You know what I mean? Like that.
No,
that's
exactly.
really, like you said, it's the greatest of all time versus the greatest heavyweight of all time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
UFC heavyweight. UFC is gonna say he's the greatest heavyweight because it's their promotion. You know what I mean? But
and I mean, to be fair, he is in that conversation anyway.
For sure, 100%.
So it's like you can still make that claim, like, because it wouldn't be the most ridiculous claim anyway.
No. Shit, out of all the UFC champions, he's the only one to defend that belt 3 times in a row. You know what I mean? And that he lost it, got it back. You know what I mean? Defended it. Like, it. Yeah, Stipe is an absolute legend, man. Like that. That's why I would love if he could get that win. And I was thinking about it before, too. It would just be really funny, and I would kind of love it even more if, how we were saying, like it could be like steroid use that causes, just like shit like that to happen. If it was Jones just like using some shit like bulking up, like being a heavyweight and stuff, and like that's why it happened, it's pretty great that he fucked up his easy retirement win in MSG main event. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he fucked that all up. And so it's just funny that, like, if that is the reason, it's just like, damn, just another little note in fucking John Jones's storybook of just him fucking shit up because of doing some shit, you know what I mean? Like, he just...
yeah, exactly. Like,
his fucking toughest fucking enemy, his toughest opponent throughout his entire career has been himself.
100%. Like, I would love if Stipe could get this win, because then he's like, I beat DC and I beat the only other man to beat DC.
Yeah,
fuck you. I'm out.
Bro, if Stipe beats John Jones, he is for sure the greatest heavyweight of all time. Like, there is no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, you can't argue it at that point.
So yeah, so that's why it's like I understand the hype behind it.
A little bit.
You know what's just really funny is you were like, "What were we talking about?" And I told you, and then you went on a completely different topic.
Yeah, I know. And I was just gonna go in anyway back to fucking Tom and Sergey because I don't feel bad. I'm just worried for Tom in this one because like we were saying with Sergey already being the backup for this fight, Tom's the one that's coming in on real short notice. You know what I mean? So it's like, this is a rough one, man. I really don't know if fucking Tommy Slaps them all is going to be able to get it done.
I think he could do it on a full camp. Coming in short notice, not as sure, but out of everyone in the rankings outside of Jones, like the two people who I would think could do it are him or Gone. Like, those are really the only two names I can think of off the top of my head at the moment, like who would be able to get it done.
I honestly think Cyril Gane has a much better chance to beat Sergey than Tom does.
I won't disagree with you there. I'm just saying, like, out of the names, like, in the top, like, let's just say 10, like, those are the two names I would say those two can beat them. Not will beat them, but can beat them.
No, for sure. And just because Like, the best striker that Tom has fought was Volkov, and he took him down right away. What wasn't even a thing. And then in the Andrei Arlovsky fight, he stood up with him for the entire first round. And he didn't look that great, to be fair. Like, Andre was doing pretty decent on the feet with him.
Yeah.
Granted, this was, over 2 years ago at this point. He is a young heavyweight, so you know what I mean? Like, he's been growing, getting a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's only 30.
Yeah, but I just don't have a good feeling about this, man. I really don't.
No, neither. I feel like this is going to be another Sergey. It's entirely possible this is another Sergey first round knockout.
Yeah, because what I was gonna just remember what I was gonna say before with Sergey. He was preparing to either fight Jones or Stipe. If you're Sergey and you know that those are gonna be either one of your potential opponents, you know they're grappling you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
So he's of course been working his. I mean, I say of course, but. he could just be working an uppercut. You know what I mean? I really don't know.
I mean, to be fair, like, Curtis did shoot a shot on that he did stuff. So, like, he out of everyone who would be working on it, it would, like, this dude isn't Cyril Gahn, like, oh, I only train when I have a fight booked.
Yeah.
Type of guy. He's more than likely a 365-day type of athlete. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. And so, yeah, that's why just knowing that, he has been preparing for such a big moment, you know what I mean? And so Tom to, like, just get this, I know he's been, like, wanting this, been preparing for a big spot, but the short notice, man, we just seen that shit with fucking Volk and Islam, you know what I mean? Like, obviously different people, different scenario, shorter time, but it's like...
Yeah.
Bro, at the highest level, you know what I mean? It's just so hard to fucking beat the best people in that weight class on short notice.
No, yeah, for sure.
No, 100%. And, like, that's kind of the thing is, like, that there are a lot of different factors going to that, because it's not like Tom is a 205er moving up to fight,
Yeah.
a heavyweight or anything. So it's like there's a little bit difference there, but, like, also just, like, I don't know, like, even then, like, even on a full camp, I'd still favor Sergey.
Yeah. So do you think that, like, Sergey is gonna get this one done? Sergey is gonna be our interim champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably in the first round again.
Yeah, man. 'Cause this dude, with Francis being gone in the division, there's no doubt in my mind that this is the hardest puncher there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, to just be able to fucking dispatch of fucking Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa, both 55, 54 seconds respectively, no fucks given, just like, oh, you guys are bangers, let me show you, and just going out there. Bro, I feel like he's just not going to be scared of Tom at all. He's just going to move forward, be prepared for a takedown at any point, and he's just going to be throwing bombs at him.
Yeah. But that, like, and I see what you're saying, but at the same time, like, and I understand, but that's when you can get clipped and just all of a sudden the fight switches up. And I understand, like, he did it against Ty and Derek, but they're also not the most technical of strikers, and they're they don't throw the straightest punches.
They are the most technical strikers.
Yo, Derek Lewis is technically the best striker because he's got the most knockouts in UFC history. Technically.
Shut up, Jimmy. Anyway, I definitely know what you're saying, but either way, I am like 99% confident that this shit is not going out of the first round.
No, I can understand that. I think
we're gonna get a true heavyweight fight in a good way.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying is with both Ty and Derek in their fight against him, they were both, like, just really, like, looping their hooks into it. It's like, if Tom can, back and get a straight right hand, like fucking like an O'Malley or a Connor type thing, it's like, yeah, he could probably put him out easy because he'll be walking straight into it.
No, for sure. And because that, to your point, I mean, Tom is definitely a much more athletically gifted fighter than Tai Tuivasa or Derek Lewis. You know what I mean? Like, he can...
Maybe not abs Derek Lewis, but Derek Lewis athletics.
Nah,
I know.
like he could actually do a step back right hand. You know what I mean? Like, Derek or Ty, they ain't. If like they're doing it, it's not looking clean. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be some crisp, nice thing. Like,
No, yeah.
But yeah, that. How do you guys feel that? Like, because Jones Stipe was supposed to be the main event. How do you feel about this getting bumped to the co-main and then vacant title for Yuri Alex being the main event? Do you have like
very nice?
Huh? Very nice.
Very nice.
What?
I mean, I did think it was weird, but I'm not mad at it. I don't have any feelings about it.
Actually, no. Here's the way I can like. So one of them is for the undisputed. One of them's for an interim.
Yeah.
That is exactly what it's kind of like when it was.
That's why I figured. Why honestly?
Holloway, yeah, it was Holloway, Poirier, and Kelvin Israel, where he's just like asked, like, well, normally the heavier weight class is above. Why is it not on this one? He's like, well, Max is an actual champion.
Yeah,
and it's like one's for an undisputed, one's for interim.
Yeah, they were both interim titles on the line.
Wait for 205.
Max Dustin. And then
but Max was a champion.
No, yeah, but he was fighting for the interim title. You know what I mean?
Well, yes, but he was a champion, so he's the only one on that stage who was getting pay-per-view points anyway.
Nah, yeah. I know what you're saying, but yeah. Either way, it's gonna be so good. 295 got so much better. So that was also the funny, because also just seeing a whole lot of people talking about like what's gonna happen with the ticket prices and shit, because it was like the lowest cost ticket for that venue was like $900 something. So, yeah, nosebleeds, like worst seats possible. You were paying almost $1,000 for a single ticket. Obviously, they were charging that much because Jones Stipe, you got the name value on it and stuff. But it's just kind of funny, huh? All right, just saying with like
just nosedive.
But that's why it's just funny to me, because it's like in my head, if I was like actually gonna go there, it's like you should be like the UFC should charge more because it's such a better fight. Like it's a way better card we're getting. You know what I mean? Like it's just funny that we get a better fight, but yeah, like you said, then the shits are just gonna go low down.
Nah, yeah.
It's like, damn, I wonder how much they're gonna fucking drop high.
It was the easiest casual fight promotion to do.
Yeah.
Because it's literally the greatest 205 champion of all time, and probably the greatest of all time versus
double retirement fight.
Like
the most on the line in a double retirement fight, right?
That's the thing. It's a double retirement fight too. Like it's also the retirement tour of possibly both these guys. So
yeah. But yeah, so that's gonna be some good shit, though. Very excited for that. But now we'll get into the real shit that's going down this weekend. Tyson Francis, we're finally fucking here. Francis is finally gonna get all his millions and millions and millions of dollars that this motherfucker deserved. It's so awesome. That's just by far the greatest thing for me about this fight is that it's just Francis is getting what he deserves. You know what I mean? Like it's just awesome.
The only reason why I care about it at all. Francis.
I
mean, I don't know. For me, Tyson Fury's fight, and I'm gonna watch a Tyson Fury fight for sure. So it's like,
yeah, I was about to say, I tend to. I've watched all his last ones in terms of like from Deontay 2 forward. I've watched all those, so
I suppose he's not a bad fighter to watch.
Yo.
I just will not get over it every time I look at Tapology and just seeing the main event for this boxing card. Tyson Fury, 33, 0-1. Francis Ngannou, 0-0. Like anyone who doesn't know would be like, yo, what the fuck is this? They got a guy making his debut in the main event against a champion who's 33-0.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, what I know. I would love to just be able to either be that person or meet that person, because it's like, what would they think of Francis? That it's like, this dude ain't never fought, but he's able to fight for the... You know what I mean? Like, are they just going to think that he's just some fucking monster coming out of nowhere? Like, just like, who is this guy?
Or are they just going to think he's some poor sap getting fed to him? Like,
that is probably true, too.
Like, he's 37?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tyson, he's not, that much younger, 35 years old.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Man, I just hope that I hope that Francis is just much better than the shit he's been posting as of recent. That's if he didn't post nothing, I would feel way more confident in his ability to potentially do something.
You think he does it on purpose?
I don't know.
Like, you think he
That's the
knows that he
thing.
looks slow and just like not good, and he's just like,
Who
yeah, these are the
knows?
ones.
Who knows?
Like, just like for funsies, you know? Like, he's like, everyone doubted me all year. Let's just add to the fire. Let me post like these videos after I've been training so hard for the past 2.5 hours, and it's just me just.
And I mean, because that's what I figured too. That because obviously he's super sweaty in them, and so it's like it's probably end of a training, whatever. But it's still just not great, like at all, man. Like he's just doing like it'll just be Mike Tyson doing something, just fucking 50-something years old, and like just still ripping shots, and then you just see Francis just slowly lumbering through, like trying to do the same things, and it's just like, damn, bro, how is 50-something-year-old Mike Tyson way faster than you? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of crazy.
Maybe that's the problem. Is because he has Mike Tyson teaching. They say those who can't do teach. He can do, so therefore he should not teach.
It all depends.
I mean, just because he knows how to do it doesn't mean he knows how to teach it.
No, exactly. Like, and I do think Tyson is probably
You just
one of
gotta
the
go.
What are you doing, bro?
Tyson
You just boop boop boop. You know?
isn't the greatest teacher, like, because that is the thing. Like, if you're gonna get taught by someone, you want to be taught by like an RDA, not like a John Jones.
But it's also,
You know what I mean?
it's just kind of weird too, because it's like they're totally different styles of fighters.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Because fucking.
So that's why I feel like
Tyson's-
Tyson's trying to like have him do fucking fast, explosive, like inside work, and it's like, yo, Francis just ain't built like that.
You want to know why? Like that's the thing. That's how Tyson fought, because that's how he had to fight. He was a smaller guy, like smaller guy.
No, yeah.
He was fucking huge, but like he was the shorter guy in the land of giants. Like he had to learn how to get inside, rip, get out. Like that was what he had to do.
I mean, I guess to be
That
fair,
was his whole style.
I mean, I guess to be fair though, with thinking about that, it's like, yeah, that isn't Francis's style for MMA at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about now he's in a boxing fight with fucking, what is it, 6'9"? Yeah, 6'9", 85-inch reach Tyson Fury that
He's gonna
has
get on the inside.
the most technical boxing in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like you said, he's gonna have to get on the inside.
I mean, to be fair,
Yo, he's
Not
got to make
that
this like a
much
BKFC
inside.
fight. You know what I mean?
not that close on the inside though, because he does have an 83-inch reach himself.
I know this isn't what you meant, but when you said make it like a BKFC fight, I'm like, drop him and follow him to the ground.
That's a consistent classic in BKFC.
So,
Yo, I'm sorry.
fair, not like he's-
Just real quick, look at the fucking ad on. It's just the fucking Nightman shirt that she has from always. I'm sorry. It was just really funny.
you're
I
fine.
was literally wearing it before.
Yeah, no, like in terms of height, he is the shorter man, but he doesn't like, because it's not like he has this huge disadvantage in length that normally we would see. Because again, 83 to 85, not like that's 2 inches is not terrible.
Yeah.
Especially in boxing where you're actually a lot closer to your opponent than in MMA.
Man, it's just crazy too, looking at fucking Tapology and like you looking at MMA fighters records and stuff on Tapology. It'll say like, their career disclosed earnings, and it's like a lot of times it's just like fucking 500,000, or like, I don't know, it's just like some whatever like little thing, because most of the fights don't get, like, the payouts don't get disclosed. Career disclosed earnings for Tyson Fury, $34.5 million. Crazy. That's fuck. How much do you think Francis is gonna get for this?
honestly, if he negotiated right and is getting portions of pay-per-view, like the normal things that boxers get.
I'm pretty sure they're just getting like a flat, like they're just guaranteed like a flat amount of money.
I don't see why Fury would agree to that at all.
Well, okay, I
Fury,
mean, it's Saudi Arabia, so I know like fucking
but they're not.
I know like
It's not
Anthony
the Saudi
Joshua,
Arabian
like when he
promotion.
I know, but like when he fought there, he was guaranteed like $70 million or something like that.
Well, yeah, you're guaranteed this much money, and then you have money coming in on the back end from promotion, from
Yeah.
pay-per-view buys and stuff like that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, guaranteed, I think he gets probably like 15 mil. Overall, he's probably going to be raking about 30 to 35. He's probably in
You
that
think
15
this
to
is
20
gonna
range.
sell on pay-per-view?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
$80, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. Like that.
You act like this isn't going to sell in the UK or Europe at all.
Well, I mean, we're talking about pay-per-view buys, so I'm talking about it's generally based off American pay-per-view buys. You know,
But they're still going to be pay-per-views. They're not. I don't think they're getting. I'm pretty sure they're doing pay-per-views across the world. It's not just like, oh yeah, but then this place has it on like the UK has it on Sky Sport for free or whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't think in other countries you can charge an $80 pay-per-view. Like, I don't think because like in the UK, isn't it even like for the bigger fights or whatever, when it'd be like a $30 pay-per-view or like something like it's like lower amounts of money. It's like America's the only market that you could charge stupid amount of money for fucking a pay-per-view and people buy it. Like,
I do think that yes, this is gonna sell on pay-per-view though. Because in boxing, you only need one fight to sell. You really do. Like,
I know. I know for sure. But that's why
and Tyson's a huge name, and he's. Am I saying this is going to be like one of the best-selling cards of all time? No.
I guess for me, because it's just
I think this is going to sell like 650,000. Yes.
Like you think 650 like confidently?
Yeah, somewhere in that range.
See, I don't know if it does that good. Like, Francis was not a big draw in MMA at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like...
I wonder if just like with everything that's been going on in the past year, if like that'll draw more attention for him.
Maybe.
I was about to say, because there's that.
There's just so many people that think that he was just scared to fight John Jones, though. Yeah. And then it's that's why like so many people just think that this is like... It's just him getting the payday and he's just going to get fucked up by Tyson. You know what I mean? Like... That's why it's like...
I see where you're coming from, but like that's kind of where I'm then like also looking at just like... Because I understand the part where like... I'm just going to go back a little bit for when you were saying like he wasn't really a draw in MMA. Okay, but who were his dance partners to draw with?
Stipe.
Stipe, that's it. Yeah. Like...
Well, I mean, he had 3 championship fights. Yeah, 2 against Stipe, 1 against Cyril. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Cyril, who was an up-and-comer who had like... In terms of name value, in terms of like outside of like hardcores, did not have a lot of it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And Stipe, kind of the same thing. Not really the biggest like pay-per-view draw himself, anyway. So him and Fury is a lot bigger of a fight because like Fury is so much of a bigger name.
Yeah, like that's definitely true for sure. And like I know Fury does do good numbers. But yeah, I'm just curious about to like because I don't know. I feel like with like the Conor Floyd shit, there was a lot of MMA like casual fans that were just like, oh, Conor can knock him out. You know what I mean? But it's like I don't like. There's just definitely not that same feel in like on the MMA side for Francis going into this Tyson fight. You know?
No, right. I just want to look something. I'm just looking something up real quick.
You're good. But also a fun little fact that
what's that?
Kate brought up before. You want to bring it up now?
Oh yeah. So the undercard of the boxing is taking place in an outside arena next to the building where the main card will be. and media will not have access inside that building or to the arena area until the day of the fight, so they must be doing something pretty cool in there.
Yeah. What the fuck are they gonna do?
I don't know, but
I know they're dropping so much money on this shit, so that's why I'm like, I can't even imagine the kind of...
But it's like, hell yeah, like keeping people out until like the day of the fights. And shit, if the fights are taking place outside, I wonder how many people they'll actually allow to access inside the building before it, you know?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they'll have that shit fucking real, like, regulated. Just, yeah. Like, if they don't want people in, people aren't getting in, like, you know what I mean? That.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But, all right, I will revise my answer. My most, that's, like, definitely probably high end. Confidently, I think 450,000, 500,000. Reason I say that, him versus Dillian White did about 700,000. And Dillian had some name value to him. Him versus Chisora did about 300,000. And Chisora, no name value.
Yeah.
Like, very hard to promote that fight because he'd already beat him twice.
Yeah.
And he had multiple losses anyway.
Deontay Wilder 3 did like 800,000, right?
The first one?
Third one?
Third one? I can look at that real quick.
Oh, you're good. I didn't know if you had that up right away. I know one of them did like 800.
The other one. I was looking at his last two.
Gotcha.
Also, I just feel like at this point, so many people stream fights.
Yes.
That it's like pay-per-views aren't going to do what they used to do anyway, because they wanted to start upping the prices. People not going to pay that shit. Like, just about everybody I know who watches fights, like, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm just casually talking to people outside of us or stream, nobody buys that shit. Most people don't even fucking buy ESPN Plus to watch, like, the actual fights. They stream all of it. Like,
but also, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder 3 at a cost of $79.99 did 600,000 pay-per-view buys in the U.S. and around 300,000 buys overseas.
Okay.
So almost 1 million.
Yeah. I feel like I could confidently say this will do about 300K.
I think it does more than that. I do think it's around 450 to 550.
Like, I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised, you know, but it's like, I don't think that this is gonna be like a big blockbuster. You know what I mean? Like,
is 650,000 a big blockbuster?
Huh?
650 is not a big blockbuster either.
I mean, especially like even to Kate's point now of how much like 650 in 2023. That's damn fucking good.
Hell yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Is that like those numbers are just dropping consistently because of what I said. So it's like that's decent numbers,
bro. Fucking it's. I feel like the greatest example of just how much it is dropping as of, like recently, 2022, the biggest event of the year in terms of pay-per-view buys for the UFC was Izzy versus Pereira in MSG. 560,000 pay-per-view buys about what it did.
Yeah.
Bro, that was such a giant fight in MSG. Like, it literally couldn't have gone bigger, and like just barely creeping over 500,000. You know what I mean?
No, but like the thing is, like even though Izzy was trending to be a star, like there have only been like 3 true pay-per-view stars in UFC's history, and that's Brock Lesnar, Ronda Rousey, McGregor. Like, in terms of actual pay-per-view star, they're the only ones to do multiple fights with over 1 million buys. They're the only like true pay-per-view stars.
That's fair.
If you want to be realistic.
But so it's but like I don't know. Either way, if it did 450,000, like I wouldn't be too surprised. But like for me, it's just in my head. I'm like 300. I feel like they can hit. You know what I mean? That's like. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be some good fun.
To be fair, it's possible we'll never know, just because like freaking then like the last one, the Misfits card, allegedly did 1.3 million. From what we were hearing, did only 100,000. So there's a range of 100,000 to 1.3 million. Who fucking knows?
Bro, that shit did like 50K. Fuck out of here.
Well, no, like the person who reported the 100,000 is actually a very credible source and actually like was able to get that through. But like that's the thing. Like when they reported the 1.3, like cable companies like because it was on pay-per-view or normal cable companies usually take at least 2 to 3 weeks to actually like get all that data together.
They came out with it way
3
too
days
quick.
after.
Yeah, that's
it's
how
like, guys, that's how we know you're bullshitting us.
Yeah, they're fucking stupid.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but all right. So for Tyson, if he wins, obviously, in reality, it's just him getting a tune-up fight for Usyk. You know what I mean? Like it's a payday and it's a tune-up fight for Usyk in 2 months. You know what I mean? That's like that's really what he's probably. I mean, like, he was saying like he's got the mindset. He's got the right mindset of a champion where it's just like I was listening to him on Ariel a little bit before, and it's just like it doesn't matter who you are, whatever. It's like you don't know what they're. Like, you could think that someone is like, not good, whatever, but you don't know what they're going to come with, so you have to be prepared at your best, you know what I mean? And given the example of Andy Ruiz versus Joshua, just fucking minus whatever 1,000 favorite Joshua is, and Ruiz goes in there and starches him, Like, you just never know. And with that, it makes me just a little bit more sad for Francis's chances.
Because you're like, damn, you just wanted him to think that he was shit and just go out there, take him for a fool, and get knocked out for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's kind of hard, because it's like, man, I would love that for Francis, but it's also I would feel so bad for Tyson too, because like I am a fan of him. You know what I mean? I'm just damn, you go out and get knocked the fuck out by fucking Big Francis. You know what I mean? And because I guess Francis said he was going to be weighing 275 like about for that fight. I don't know what you think about that, Gingy. K1 give me an answer before.
He walks around probably around that weight, 275, 280 anyway.
Yeah.
I don't mind that, especially considering like Fury like will weigh up to that weight as well sometimes.
He said he was going to weigh about that same.
So like, but here's the thing: Fury hasn't really fought people who've weighed that much either. Like if Francis can hold on to him and like kind of like lean his weight onto him and stuff, maybe can do something with it, but I don't know. Like outside of all that, like honestly, the weight I don't think really matters, because he weighs in at 265 on Fight Night on weighing day at in MMA, and then probably weighs 275 when he walks into the cage.
Yeah. I just wonder if, especially being boxing 12 rounds, you know what I mean? I just wonder if maybe being a little bit lighter would have been better for him, you know what I mean? Just possibly adding a little bit more extra cardio, you know what I mean? Just trying to slim down.
Yeah, no. It all depends. Like, the thing is, you have to fight in whatever way you're going to be comfortable in.
No, yeah, for sure.
You can't, like, just drop the weight, because then all of a sudden it's like, he's not used to being like that and how he throws and stuff like that. So, like, I do understand where he's coming from. Like, yeah, no, just stay where you're at. Just do what got you to the dance on this one.
Yeah. And I mean, to your point, with trying to, like, using that weight for, like, especially for clinching and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, it obviously training at fucking Extreme Couture, his grappling's been getting better. He's probably going to be working on the clinch a bit, you know what I mean? Trying to muscle him around a little bit if he can. But for Francis, if he fucking wins this, do you think that, like, so if Francis does go out there and knock him out, you think that they just scrap, like, the Tyson Usyk fight and then, like, they just do the instant rematch?
They should.
You would almost have to. Because, like, and even if they didn't, if I'm Francis, I'm not fighting Fury again. No. I'm going to be challenging. If they don't scrap the Usyk fight, and Usyk and him fight, and Tyson also loses that, I'm not fighting Fury again. I am fighting Usyk, because I have a claim to be the champion.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if that happens,
that's what I was saying.
Then for sure. Yeah.
But I do think that if Fury, like, if they actually do it the way that they probably would do it, is they would scrap that, do the instant rematch, and then,
on the line.
Fight Usyk.
Bro. 2-0, undefeated champion boxer Francis Ngannou. That's what I predict at the end of 2024. Let's fucking go, right?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
I know. I want that so bad. In my heart of hearts, I just don't feel it though. I'm really scared for him, honestly.
I will say this though, like if I'm watching the fight, I'm Deontay Wilder, and all of a sudden Francis Ngannou starches Tyson, I'm pulling my hair out like this motherfucker.
That is one thing that I have been very curious about this fight. It's like, if Francis does land on him, just like, how does Tyson take it? Because Deontay is like the fucking hardest puncher at heavyweight, you know what I mean? And it's like, he fucking floored Tyson a few times, you know what I mean, throughout their trilogy, but like, he was able to keep getting back up. Is he able to do that against fucking Francis Ngannou?
Right, like, can Francis's power translate from MMA gloves to boxing gloves?
Yeah,
that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely gonna be fun. I'm so excited. And yeah, at the end of the day, like we said, motherfucking Francis is getting paid, so let's fucking go. Other than that, we got a couple of little fight things that we could talk about, right? A little bit of fight news.
Yeah.
First thing, obviously the biggest thing on this fucking ballot. UFC loves Bud Light again. Let's fucking go.
No.
Bud Light is back, baby. No more Modelo. We're not brewed for the fighting spirit anymore.
Sad.
What's Bud Light about? What's their little tagline?
I don't know. Probably something.
Do you know,
JJ? I don't know what their fucking tagline is. All I know is people are so mad about this, and it's so funny.
Oh, are they really?
Funny. I forgot you guys. I don't know how much you guys like have paid attention to this bullshit.
I have not seen anything about this other than the initial thing that they are signing a $100 million deal.
Earlier in the year, Bud Light fucking controversy.
Oh yeah.
Don't remember what you're talking about.
Didn't they have like they did like some pro LGBTQ thing or like
they said like cans with like.
And a whole bunch of Republicans got angry and they're like, I'm not for Bud Light no more.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
threw out their beer for a week and then like forgot about it and then they started drinking it again and now they're just angry alcoholics again. Like, wait a second, I'm drinking this and they're endorsing this, but I remember I'll remember and now they're dumping it out again.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like Bud Light was actually like very like their stuff, like their whole shit, like actually was floored for a while, but. Yeah, no, I saw people saying like, oh, like I saw someone saying like
the power of alcoholics in America is great, right?
Which is just funny because if you go through the list of all the alcohols that have endorsed LGBT, it's like all of them.
Yeah. Which also, just the whole thing with me is like, you guys were pissed. You guys were finally like, oh, Bud Light's a shit beer. Bud Light's a shit. It's always been a shit beer. For shit. Beer shit. The ones you like. Shit. Like, fucking hell.
If you're drinking Bud Light, you gotta be fancy and go with the platinum. You know what I mean? That's just, it is like, what it is.
They're all trash. Like, it was so dumb to me. I'm like, this is why you stopped drinking Bud Light? It was trash before this. It's gonna be trash after this.
Yeah.
Just enjoy your trash ass taste.
Let's go, America. Yeah. But yes, I mean, yeah. I'm a little sad about it. We got no more fucking P3, the official protein snack of the UFC, you know what I mean? I used to fucking hit that shit on the button every time. Gone. Modelo brewed for those with the fighting spirit. Gone. I can't. Bud Light. Piss water. Boo.
Honestly. And this, I don't know how much people are going to. I don't know how much this would be a hot take. I don't give a fuck about the sponsorships for the UFC. The only thing that I can talk about with it is the athletes should be getting some of that fucking money. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. But in other news, though, motherfucking Neo Baggy Knees, he's back. After getting his knees bagged up by fucking Ian Gary. And he's fighting Mike Malott.
Mike's coming with the mallet.
Yeah. He's gonna...
You think he's gonna have him butt scooting?
Nah.
He's not gonna do to him what Ian did, but... He could probably get it done.
I think he'll get it done.
Yeah.
I think he can finish Magny for sure.
You think Magny loses this fight? He's officially out of the rankings?
Yeah.
Currently at number 13?
100%. 100%.
Which I just realized they have Renat Fakrdinov at 15. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Is ranked, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm really liking the way 170 is growing and just like moving along, and all the new names
Yeah.
coming into the division. It's
I know.
Dr. Dinas, you got Rock, you got Shotgun in the top 5, top 6. You got Ian Gary, Jack Della Maddalena. You got a lot of people
Mike
coming up.
Malot's fighting for a top 15 spot
Exactly.
now.
Like we're really in such a transition period. Like
yeah,
bro, like 2025. I feel like for UFC. Bro, the divisions
it's
are
gonna be such a crazy picture.
Yeah, the divisions are gonna be on fire. Oh my god.
Hell yeah,
All the
they're gonna be
divisions are gonna be very
drastically different and filled with just contenders.
Yeah.
Because it's like currently, like in most divisions, we have a lot of people sitting at like the 34 to like 36 range. And then your few people that are just clear middle contenders, like they're 7 to 10 type shit. And then your up and comers like randomly put in there. And yeah, once all of that truly turns over and the transition's done and we just have our real contenders, like it's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
Because, yeah, like to your point with all the old names, like in 2 years, they're going to be gone. And so you're just,
Exactly.
you're going to have all these people that are like somewhere from like 28 to 31 that are all fresh title contenders, you know? Like, yeah.
Exactly.
Beautiful. They're fucking, I think it was Nate that put it out that was like he was fighting fucking Jake Paul or whatever. In boxing in a rematch because Jake said that like he was fighting someone December 15th, I think.
And it was a retired MMA fighter. Like, oh, who would have guessed that one?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably no. Brunson went to the PFL, or he's going to the PFL.
Yeah.
He went to the PFL.
Yeah, he's in the PFL. He's on the
championship
fucking
part, right?
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
okay,
same month, right?
Oh yeah, but they're fucking Jake Paul's with. He still might fight and box Jake Paul. Honestly, that still might be who it is.
Okay, when is that?
November.
PFL's like November. He's gonna fight.
Oh yeah,
in
that's
an MMA fight, and then a month later fight in a boxing fight.
Yo, maybe Blom Brunson is back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
No, yeah, I didn't think about the timeline. But then PFL did say that they put out offer to both of them for the rematch to happen in the PFL MMA. Bro, I want that so bad.
Yeah,
like,
I actually do want that.
Nate wants the boxing rematch before they do MMA. I don't want that. Just fucking school his ass in MMA. Make it
right. I don't know why he wants the boxing rematch. Like
because it's Nate. He's just like, nah, motherfucker, I'm fucking.
Like, just go out there and
I won that shit. I'll win it again.
Exactly.
Like he's gonna
wins the boxing fight via Gilly 2 times, wins the MMA fight via knockout.
I was gonna say he'll just take down Jake Paul and then just be like, "Fuck you, Dylan." That's how it's done. But yeah,
oh my God.
The MMA fight is definitely much more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
yeah.
I guess in reality, is it actually more interesting? Because I feel like it's way more sided towards Nate than like what the boxing is. You know what I mean?
My bias for Nate allows it to be much more interesting because it's his game.
Yeah,
so.
and it's like I want to see him. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like that's just really what it is. I just want to see Nate fuck him up. So yeah, let's go PFL Nate for a fight, and then back to UFC to fight Dustin. Let's go.
See it.
But speaking of people fighting potentially maybe in the UFC, old Bobby Knuckles is out here saying that he's trying to get a scrap in. And he wants to do it against the former champion of the division that he used to fight in, 170 pounds, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah, he said it's fun up there at 185. Maybe he'll stick around.
Be happy.
What's so happy about getting knocked out by Robert Whittaker?
He's walking into the cage happy.
What do you mean?
Bruh, if that fight gets booked, I just see that 1-2 high kick just fucking flying through so swiftly and easily on Usman.
He's done. Thing is that I would really feel bad for Usman because it's like, what a fucking fall from the top. Yeah. He loses his belt, loses in the rematch, loses the split decision to Chimaev, and then gets knocked out by fucking
majority decision. But
majority decision. Sorry, but and then and then potentially gets knocked out by Whittaker. Like, What a fucking fall. Like, that's just sad.
Bro, he might not even get knocked out by him. Whitaker might just fucking oblique his fucking knee back, and he, like, that's a genuine possibility. He tore apart Darren Till's knee. Like, Usman has fucked knees. Why wouldn't Whitaker do that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, to be fair,
the more I think about it, the less I like that fight, honestly.
it is it would be like a fall, but at the same time, it's like he's only lost to the top of really the divisions.
No, for sure, but it's just still one of those things where it's like being a defending champion, losing your belt, and then just going on a skid. I understand it's the top of the division, so it's not like he has these bad losses, but it's just like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but it's like this 4-fight skid isn't like,
it's not
Tony,
Woodley.
Yeah, Woodley or Tony, like,
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's just a slippery slope, though.
And I feel like it kind of just leads there because it's like you're only getting older, you're only getting more fucked up, your confidence is only like diminishing, and if you are so like stuck on I need to get at least one win back before retiring, he's gonna fuck himself and he's gonna end up on that slope downwards of people he's losing to.
Oh, I understand where you're coming from 100%. I just feel like it depending on who he would lose to next, like whoever he is going to fight next, because he's going to fight again. We know that. I just don't know who he's going to fight next and what he's going to be doing at like 170. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like for him to retire now before it gets too bad. Honestly, like that would just be the best thing for him.
Retire.
But also in the 185-pound division, we had I guess a good fight lined up. It was a weird fight, but I mean it was something. Jared Cannonier was supposed to fight Roman Dolidze, but he was one of the people that got called up to fill in short notice against Hamza when Paulo couldn't show up. And he was like, yeah, nah, he tore his MCL, I think it was? Meniscus. I'm pretty sure MCL is meniscus.
I was about to say, it's in his knee.
Yeah.
He tore something in his knee.
Yeah, so with that, he's obviously out of his fight, which that fucking sucks because he's older. This is not at all what he needs right now. Like, he needed to he needed to just get in there, get another good performance to keep him in that title picture. The longer he's out, way too many names just passing him up. It's like, definitely a rough one for him on that. Other than that, though, I'm pretty sure that's going to wrap things up. We ain't got much more to talk about. I wonder when I'll remember consistently to say like and subscribe at the start of the video. I guess we'll find out, and maybe in a couple of weeks. Who knows, But if you guys enjoyed it, like and subscribe. As always, maybe drop a comment. Helps out in the algorithm. In the description, we got all the links for all of our other stuff. Me and Gingy be streaming. Let's fucking go. And we'll definitely be doing a fight companion for Tyson and Ngannou. Might do it on this YouTube channel as well. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But if anything, we'll catch you on the review. Peace out, everyone.